Thank you. Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm Karen, I'm from Armenia, and in the presentation I will say at first a couple of words about Armenia, then we'll describe the situation about wetland ecosystems in Armenia, then I will say why white storks are the good species for our conservation research. And then we'll explain how our project was developed and what results we have got. And at the end, I will, in a few words, say about our future plans. So Armenia is a small country. It is about the size of Belgium. And it is landlocked, so we don't have a sea. As you probably know, it was part of Soviet Union until 1991. And after breakup of Soviet Union, we immediately went into economy and energy crisis. And just quite recently, starting from 2000s, our economy started to grow, mainly in three directions: agriculture, tourism, and mining. I don't know how tourism and mining can go together. Probably it is sort of extreme tourism, but nevertheless, these are the directions which our government announced. And in Armenia we have 41 rivers and the second big high mountain lake in the world after Titicaca in South America. So, and also we have a place called Ararat Plain. It is below the biblical mountain Ararat. You can even see the Noah's Ark at the top. And this area is mainly covered by wetlands with high rate of biological diversity, including birds, dragonflies, reptiles, etc. So this is the Ararat Plain, and it also has highest density in Armenia. Why? Because the land is flat. It has a good irrigation system, so it is very good for agriculture. And we grow a lot of different vegetables and fruits in this area. So the horticulture here is well developed, and from agriculture we are getting most of the environmental issues, mainly related to pollution. Use of fertilizers causes eutrophication for the freshwater ecosystems, while use of pesticides is causing, through bioaccumulation, death of top predators. So, what we did? We started in 2005 with monitoring of white storks. Why we selected the storks? Because they are good indicators of environmental changes, and because they are very important culturally. We have them in songs, legends, poems, etc. Mothers can lie to their children about their origin. We selected them also as a flagship species. So we were able to build a huge network of citizen scientists, people who are living next to the stork's nest. And at current, we have over 1,000 families, rural families, who are monitoring the white storks every year. And for this project, we received the Whitley Award in 2007, and after that we continue receiving. So far, we have got 2 continuation funding grants and 1 Whitley/WWF grant. And here, with our Turkish colleagues, we obviously are discussing fundraising opportunities. So. We mapped all the storks' nests in Armenia. Here you can see the number at the pole, and provided the rural people with the questionnaires so they can fill them out and bring them back to us. Then this movement started escalating, and we are getting a lot of phone calls from the families like, our storks are fighting with each other, what we can do. And yeah, we have to respond somehow. So people are becoming very sensitive toward their storks. And we use this good mood of the people in order to explain them that also wetlands have to be protected, because these are not only sources of mosquitoes and other bad things, but also they act very well as to prevent floods, to mitigate climate change, etc., etc., etc. Before we started our project, only this small area was included into Emerald Network protected under Berne Convention. Now we were able to include almost all the areas where storks are living into Emerald sites. So we provide to these important areas international status of protection. And we were able to develop complex monitoring of wetland ecosystems, not only white storks, but also other water birds and also water invertebrates. And together with our Turkish colleagues, we started building a network of eco-clubs in Armenia and in neighboring Turkey. So then we get back to the farmers and say, okay, guys, we understand your problems. There are technological solutions which we can bring to you. So we started remediation of the piloting, phytoremediation of the lands. We started providing them with the alternative methods of pest control, so they can use biological methods. And since they are producing a good quality, ecologically clean products, we are providing them with the opportunity to mark the product, to label the product as white stork friendly, and to channel the products through our birdwatching club. Plus, we have created a flow of birdwatchers to Armenia who also are going to purchase their products. So now people understand that using ecologically friendly methods, they can earn more money from the same unit of the land than before. Another activity of our project is coming from conflict resolution between human and wildlife. White storks are often breeding at the corner, closing drainage pipe and creating damage for the house. And we started providing them people with the platform which solves the issue, so rainwater goes its way and people continue loving storks. So, in fact, we have the full cycle of the model. Monitoring and finding problems, finding technological solutions, helping people to get those solutions and accordingly to get to the market, and then go back to the monitoring to see how our work is efficient or not. And now we want to apply the same idea, the same technological cycle, basically, to the terrestrial ecosystems, to the forests and grasslands that we have in Armenia. And for that reason, we are using the two categories of objects that we are working with, birds and butterflies. And the idea is the same. We are creating flow of tourists. We are developing a local community of people who then can act as citizen scientists and help us with the nation or countrywide monitoring. And we provide people with alternative methods of use of the same land. With these ideas, we already started moving in the directions. We created the initiative Butterfly Conservation Armenia, Armenian Bird Census Council, Birdwatching Club Birding Armenia, and we already have several projects, like we are producing 2 atlases, first dedicated to butterflies and second to birds. We are developing the system for monitoring of forest birds and butterflies, and we are designating prime butterfly areas in Armenia. The yellow dots are ones which already approved. The blue one is under assessment, and the red ones are potential that we have to work with. And we already started with development of butterfly watching in one of the protected areas and prime butterfly area, which is called Gnishik. And starting from this year, we are building their visitor center to create the flow of the tourists. So basically, that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. And you can read more about our work through websites Butterfly Conservation Armenia and Armenian Bird Census Council. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please wait for any white stork friendly questions. Yeah. Yes, please.
Well, my question is not exactly about white storks, but more about your methods. We're also interested in citizen science approach, and I see how this approach can get people involved in protecting storks. But is there any valid data that you really get from them, or is it just to involve them in the protection?
Thank you for the question. Yes, actually there are valid data that we are getting. Using this network of storks neighbors, we have been able to spot the areas where storks are reproducing less. And from that point, we started deeper research and understood that the reason was DDT and its relatives, which remain from the Soviet time. And not just DDT, but the flooding system, which is causing movement of DDT from deeper layers of the soil to the up, and then they are included in the cycle.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So first, my congratulations. It's really nice, your presentation. And I'm really curious to know what is the incentive that the citizen scientists have to continue monitoring, you know, this kind of monitoring work that they do. What is incentive they have?
We promise them beer.
Scientists will receive a salary. Scientists receive a salary. At least.
Well, beside beer, at least in Armenia, I can say for sure, but probably this is true for other countries as well. People are really becoming proud when they are involved in some bigger and scientific project, because I don't know why, or yeah, maybe I know, but because at least they have some spare time, and instead of you know in the village chatting with other people, they are doing something which fill their life well. The second, when they are working with some social institutions and others don't work, they are getting some sort of another social status. This is what we feel. But basically, and this was beginning. This was beginning because then when people are giving the data, and then you are getting back to them, showing them how their data was used and how it was useful for entire work. they become motivated at different level.
I have the same opinion. I'm from Cuba, the former country from the Soviet Union. And I work more or less like you, but there was a very limited time that the people start to work only by conscience. So we have to look for the way that they can get more money for that. Because in very short time, it's okay, but it's, when you pass 3-4 times, at the end of the day, the young people say, oh, well, come on, boy. Well, this is my experience in Cuba.
Thank you.
Well, your presentation is very inspiring, especially because you work as, you pioneered all of this organizations, this conservation effort. And I have a questions about like how did you manage to get the involvement of the citizens? Did you get supports from the national government? And if I don't know about the situation in Armenia, but in many places it's so hard to get people, especially the local people, to join the effort, because most of the time they use the species that's supposed to be conserved for their, as a source of their livelihood, source of their income, and it's very hard to get them, to join you, and you actually need them because they are the one that lives so close, in close proximity to those wild species. So how would you approach such a situation?
Well, of course, this is not a quick process. No, we started in 2005, and only in 2010, I can say that we received some stable rate of working, communicating with the local people. So it takes time, of course, especially with the farmers. Especially with the farmers in Armenia, who are very suspicious to everything new, and especially when you are coming from some NGO or something like that, their first thought that you are getting a grant and you came here to wash your money and you need them as a decoration. This is the first thought of Armenian farmer, and to build the trust, it takes time. But when you are consistent, when you are interacting with the people continuously, when you are showing them results of their work, it helps. As from money source, we don't have support from our government. We don't have financial support. But what we definitely have from our government, they are not confusing our work. They are not missing our work. And this is the best support they can give to us.
Freedom for work.
Freedom.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.